Oh, of course, Jacqueline and Elgar Concerto. That's the iconic one, and I did listen to that many, many times. Yeah, biggest inspiration. What a woman. Bach by Yo-Yo Ma. He did recently a new one on Sony. Yeah, of course, a timeless interpretation. And the fact that he's playing it in a live concert. I was once in live concert of him playing Bach works with contemporary works. It was Palm Beach. And you know, I was sitting, it was a huge theater, and I was sitting on the last balcony, and I could tell the people next to me, the majority of people next to me were never in a classical concert. They came to see Yo-Yo Ma, and that was so powerful, because he managed to communicate this quite difficult music, you know, solo cello in a huge theater. He communicated it through his absolutely luminous personality, and it was a great concert. Sol Gabetta Vasks. I love this concerto. And also with Vasks and Sol I have this strong memory, because she often performed as an encore the piece by him, which called Dolcissimo, and it's with singing. And I remember hearing this on YouTube when I was still living in Russia, and you know, I couldn't find the score, so I learned it from this recording, and to play and sing myself. So. And I still, now I got the score, but I love performing this piece, and of course Sol is an incredible musician. Oh! It's an album of my father's music, and I was challenged by also composer and owner of this label, Kaan Bulak, to draw the cover. And I so much enjoyed this idea, so I was, I think for a month long, every day I would draw something, and this is the final drawing that he chose. Joker, oh, I love that movie. Actually, I'm very sensitive to scary movies. Because as a kid I didn't watch a lot of movies, and I think until my teenage years, or even later, you know, I was not, you know, experiencing this kind of things. So until now, for me, it's like physical pain to see some intense movies. But Joker, I was fascinated. I watched twice it in the cinema, and I love everything. The great, of course, music is amazing by Hildur, and yeah, the play, the actor, the play, the scenes, the dance in the bathroom. I love these movements. It's just, yeah, really one of the strongest memories. I came to listening to non-classical music a bit late. You know, my parents, both classical musicians, and my dad is a composer, so, you know, for him existed only the true music. So I didn't listen much, because it was kind of, I'm my only child, and, you know, my parents were quite of a strong influence for me. So just recently, I mean, in the last maybe 3 years, and I'm discovering things for me, and Radiohead is, of course, one of the most fascinating discoveries and bands that I listen often, and they are finally coming on tour. I can't wait! November, December. Yeah, it was my first live rock concert experience was to see The National with Bryce playing there, and I could come backstage and, you know, to see the crowd from both sides, and be in the crowd and then see it from the stage, and The energy was incredible. I was blown away by it, and yeah, it was so funny that Bryce then came to me backstage. You know, he walked to the side where I stand, and he was like playing like major, minor, major, minor. And then I understood that for him, okay, of course, Bond is a part of his life for so long, and then in classical music he discovers other things, and symphonic repertoire that he writes, and he now wrote a concerto for me, Trembling Earth, which I will be playing with several orchestras, and I love that Bryce is on this edge between the classical and rock world. You know, this is he's truly blending these borders, and it's so exciting to encounter somebody who and play the music by somebody who's so open-minded. Yeah, it was important for me to have this cover, and as a self-portrait, as also a message that recording is just a moment, a photograph of the moment of the performance, so not a final signing. And it's also the camera is pointed to the audience because it's the space is shared, and in this music I think everybody finds its own reflection.